and welcome to another episode of Flex. I'm Janet Irkart, your presenter for Flex. With me, not in studio, we're at Iron House Gym, is Elmone Rhode. She is the junior athlete representative of the Namibian Weightlifting and Powerlifting Federation. So we're gonna do some weights, guys. So Elmone, take us away.
Okay, before we start with our session, we are first gonna do some warm-ups just to get our blood flowing and just to keep ourselves warm to avoid any type of energy
Injuries. Absolutely.
Okay.
Cool.
Can we start just with a normal squat? Something that you guys are comfortable with, whether it's wide or narrow, you just determine that by yourself. So you're gonna go into your squat, keeping your position, keep it there for about 5 seconds, 10 to 5 seconds. Just keep it there and breathe throughout the whole process. Okay. And then you can just open up a bit and then just put your elbows into your knees. Just push it out a bit and just breathe for another 5 seconds. Okay. From this position, if you can still keep it, just put your arms back and move your hands up. You can do that for about 5 seconds as well. Okay. From here, I need you to put your hand on the floor. This is just some mobility drills for your squats. And just point out, look up, keep it there for 5 seconds. Okay, other side. Remember to keep your form and breathe throughout this whole process. Okay. And from here, if you have a bit of tight ankles and if you can't get to your squat depth, we normally put a bit of weight under your feet.
Okay.
Just for that extra elevation. So what you do is make sure that they are the same, just for a bit of elevation for ankle mobility, and then you can easily go into your squat. You can practice this as many times as you want. And now we're going to go into the squat position. That is one of the powerlifters' main first movements. The squat is one of the main movements of the powerlifters. So we're just going to show you a bit of form and how it looks and how it should be performed with proper technique. So with the squat is you have to make yourself a Coke bottle. So you breathe into your tummy and not into your chest. And when you are accelerating out of the hole, that is when you breathe out that air. So imagine that you're going underwater, and when you're coming out, you breathe it out. So what you do is you breathe in and you blow out. This is not the normal way to perform a squat. We do not advise this at all, but we're just going to show you a slight demonstration on how it should look. Okay. Based on your body anatomy, it determines your squat. So what you're comfortable with and what you're stronger in, just follow that. Make sure that your feet are aligned and chest out. I do a bit of low bar squatting. There is a difference between high bar and low bar. High bar is on your traps here. Low bar is a bit lower between your rear delts. And to keep that weight elevated, you have to tilt a bit forward. Push in your elbows and then go into the squat. While keeping the balance on the midfoot and not the back or the front, you will fall forward or backwards. So just with that, just go straight into your squat and breathe. Okay? Okay.
So we will go into the weights right after this. We just showed you the movements and everything, and we'll see you guys back after the short break. Cool, guys, we are here at the deadlift bar. We're going to do a warm up just to get the blood flowing again, and a way for you to just stiffen your muscles and everything to do it properly. Elmone will take us away for this one again.
Okay. I think some of us would be familiar with this. This is just common yoga poses. This is the bird dog. So what you're going to do is just going to start off like this, and then you're just going to arch your back a bit and then breathe out. You can do like 5, 10 of this. And just breathe throughout this whole process. Okay, from this position, we're going to go into the bird dog. This is just to stiffen up your body for the deadlifts, because you need to be stiff throughout this whole process. So what you do is you're going to alternate them. So while one is going, if you're starting with your right arm, your left foot is going to go, and it needs to be straight. And just breathe through that, stiffen up, tighten your core, breathe through that whole process. And we're going to do 5 aside. Okay, other side. Okay, just have to breathe through that. If you lose your balance, just start over. And now we're going to go into the deadlift movement. I'm just going to show you how. There's a bunch of different variations of deadlifts. The main ones powerlifters focus on is the conventional and then the sumo. Conventional is basically you have to make sure that you stand a certain distance away from the bar. Make sure that you are wearing flat shoes just to avoid tilting forward or falling back. The main thing here is just to find the right shoes. Make sure that when you always deadlift, just maybe try to wear them and make certain markings on them. Okay, so now in for the deadlift, you need to make sure that you tighten your armpits. While you go in, make sure that you keep your chest out, focus on a center point, and then lift. Your arms are not doing the pulling, your back is not doing the pulling. It is just an assistance. Basically, you are pushing the floor away with your legs. So what you do is you get in there and you just pull. It's basically like you are pushing the floor away. Okay, that is the conventional one. Now we're going to go into sumo. Most of the commercial gyms comes with a normal bar with certain types of markings on them. So my mental note is I usually keep my foot here if I do sumo. When I do conventional, my feet stays in this certain area for both of them. Okay, make sure that your feet isn't too close to the bar, so that immediately when you go down, that your shins basically touch the bar, but it's not pushing the bar away, and that your feet's pointing 45 degrees out. And then you sit into your sumo deadlift and tighten your armpits, chest out, look forward, and lift. And that's basically just the movement. Okay.
Awesome, guys, we are at the bench press. So we're going to do a quick warm-up that you should do whenever you start with the bench press, or just a guide to what you can do as a warm-up. We're going to start with the push-up, and Elmone will take us away again.
Okay, so we're going to start with normal push-ups. You can do modified push-ups as well. We are going to show you how to do modified push-ups as well. The aim of this is not to overwork yourself, because you still need to go bench press. Okay? So you can do as many as you want, and then you can, but do it in a comfortable position. Just focus on getting the correct form, and we can start. Okay. And then this is the modified one. Gonna go a bit out. Okay, and from there you can just give it a good stretch. Okay, from this you can just make use of your equipment that you have. What we normally do is just to open up our lats and our shoulders. Basically what you do is, so you just pull on this and then you just go forward. So you let go, so you can feel it in your lats and in your chest. So what you do is, the aim is to pull. Okay? Basically. Okay. With some of the warm-ups, you can also just do bench presses without any weight on it, just to get that form right. Just start light, add more weight if you have to, and you can even do dumbbell presses just to open up, get your blood flowing before you go into a big lift. Okay.
Guys, that is the warm-up. We'll go into the bench press. Welcome back to the bench press, guys. We are here at the bench pressing setup, and Elmone will explain to us everything that you need to know about form.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. There's a certain way that powerlifters bench press, and there's a certain way that bodybuilders do it. We tend to grip the whole bar, while bodybuilders make sure that the thumb isn't gripping the bar. We have to do this because of competition regulations. There's a lot of rules that goes into the bench press during a powerlifting competition. The main thing is we need to arch our backs, so our lats and our bum stays on the bench. Immediately if our glutes move from the bench, we get disqualified. We also have certain way of, to my federation, we have a certain way just of gripping the bar between a certain basically between a certain range of motion. And with competitions, we usually, the judge tells you to unrack. As soon as he sees that you're stable, he tells you to bench, and then he keeps you down there when you're here. 1 to 2 seconds, it all depends if the bar is actually touching your body, and then he tells you to press, and then he tells you to basically to re-rack. So if you don't follow the rules, you will get disqualified, or it will not be a no lift. Okay, so what we're going to do is, with bench pressing, it's not just a chest exercise, it's basically a whole body workout, because you have to squeeze your glutes, tighten your back just to keep that arch, and just breathe through it all. Okay, so we're going to go into it quickly. So now you can unrack. Okay, you may bench. Okay, and then you press. Good. You can give me another one. Okay, touch your chest. Good. Okay, now you can re-rack. What we normally do is we tend to push the bar back. That just helps with, it makes it look easier, and not just look, but it also feels easier if you push it back and if you push your heels into the floor. Just make sure that you do not slide through the whole lift.
Cool. Okay. That brings us to the end of this one. We will show you guys the form, and check out the next episode. We will be doing a complete workout just for you guys.